Hey guys, the Hellhound, and hail to the king. That's right. I've been getting a lot of requests to review an album by King Diamond, and well, I have reviewed Melissa by Merciful Fate, and talked about both bands in other videos before. I haven't dedicated an episode solely to the eponymous heavy metal act of Kim Bendix Peterson, aka King Diamond. That's the name of the band and the singer, by the way, just in case you were confused by that. Not necessarily a solo act, really. It's actually the name of the band, too. But yeah, I wanted to review one of their earlier releases, and it was kind of a hard choice between Abigail, Them, and Conspiracy. All amazing albums, but I went with the sophomore release, Abigail, as I find it to be the definitive King Diamond album in a lot of ways. And I realize it's been praised to death already and talked about ad nauseum in the metal community, but I'm going to go ahead and give it even more worship. It's just unparalleled, full of hallmarks, and unquestionable credibility. Yeah, Abigail by King Diamond. I swear, King Diamond's got some of the best artwork ever. Yeah, there he is. There's our guy. Yeah. He's the man. One of my heroes. Alright, so yeah, how about a little background? After releasing two incredible albums in the form of Melissa and Don't Break the Oath, Merciful Fate disbanded due to differences with guitarist Hank Sherman. So vocalist King Diamond, guitarist Michael Dinner, and bassist Timmy Hansen decided to form a new band under the King Diamond moniker, being that it was already a very recognizable and iconic name due to the success of Merciful Fate. So they teamed up with guitarist Andy LaRocque, who would eventually go on to play for Death. Is it LaRocque or LaRocque? I'm not entirely sure. I've heard it pronounced both ways. And also drummer Mickey D, who was later in Motorhead. So yeah, that was the lineup behind their debut album, Fatal Portrait, which was a fantastic record with some truly remarkable songs. But I think the next few albums were even better, such as Abigail, which had the same lineup. And the musicians behind this recording are simply superb. Andy LaRocque is one of my favorite guitarists of all time. Easily in my top five, right up there with the likes of Marty Friedman and Randy Rhoads, Alex Skolnick, and of course Tony Iommi. I can't praise Andy's playing enough. His lecherous melodies and harmonious riffs go perfectly together with King Diamond's shrieks and howls. And the King, who is likewise in my top favorite singers ever, up there with Halford, Dickinson, and Dio, never fails at letting his incredible falsettos emanate from your speakers like an icy cold wind of eeriness. Those vocals really set the mood and are perfect for an album which is basically the audio equivalent for a great horror film, such as this. More on that later. I've concluded that there are two types of metalheads when it comes to King Diamond. Those who love his vocals and those who are wrong. Michael Dinner, whose excellent guitar work shined in Merciful Fate's first two releases, proves himself more than worthy here as well. I've always loved him. His fascinating leads and rhythms and dueling solos with LaRocque are phenomenal, to say the least. LaRocque and Dinner's twin axe attack is nearly second to none, with the distorted solos and even some acoustic passages being undeniably tremendous. Very structured guitar playing and not just mindless shredding. And also bassist Timmy Hansen and drummer Mickey D make up a crucial rhythm section that flawlessly serves as a songwriting on many scales. But this is basically the first of many concept albums, which would become a staple of King Diamond's discography. And sure, Fatal Portrait, their debut, had a few songs that connected together and kind of told a coherent story, but not quite the way that this album and several others does it. The King, in addition to being a marvelous vocalist, is an amazing lyricist as well. His storytelling is some of the best I've ever heard. The guy needs to direct a horror film, or at least write one. He really knows how to create an ominous and spooky atmosphere with his written words, which are of course enhanced by his gloomy vocals. I love his awesome falsettos, And the story found here, which should be adapted to a movie already, Concerns a young couple, the LaFays, who inherit an old mansion. They're warned by 7 horsemen not to move into the house because 18 will become 9. Listen to the album to find out what that means, by the way, because I don't dare spoil it. The man, Jonathan LaFay, meets with Courtney LaFay, the family ghost, a deceased ancestor. She informs him that his wife Miriam is carrying the evil spirit of Abigail in her unborn child. The narration found in the lyrics then proceeds to tell the story of what happened to the Count and his wife on July 7th, 1777. Then the truly sinister and demonic events unfold in a highly entertaining and frightening way. I won't give away what happens, as it's an experience you will surely enjoy. And I don't want to ruin it for you, so just listen to the album and and experience the story behind it. Yeah, King Diamond's just a genius. He never runs out of ideas, and his music is the closest metal has ever gotten to being just like a horror film in audio format. I think. I mean, others have come close, but King Diamond just he knows how to do it the right way. If Ozzy is the Prince of Darkness, then King Diamond is most certainly the King of Darkness. I've said that many times before, and I'll keep saying it forever. Vincent Price would have been pleased. Yeah, this stuff definitely belongs in like one of those old-fashioned type of horror movies, like maybe from like the 50s or so. Yeah, great material. Would definitely make a great horror film. So yeah, on this album you not only get vocal and guitar work that delivers, but also captivating lyrics and an excellent story to enjoy where you're blasting this legendary record. What a flawless package of metal perfection. And that's right, there are no flaws found here. Hell, I dare you to find something to dislike about this album. Every song here is essential, from the chaotic prelude, Funeral, to the majestic melodies of Arrival and A Mansion in Darkness, to the chilling choruses of The Family Ghost and The Seventh Day of July, 1777, or 1977, sorry. No, 1777, what am I, sorry. Ignore me. I'm being silly. Why do I keep saying these things? But anyway, yeah. All the way to the frenzied finale, Black Horseman. There is no unnecessary filler to be found here. It's all magnificent, a masterpiece through and through. And of course, let's not forget the title track with its haunting chorus that gives me goosebumps every time. I love that song, Abigail. Along with Arrival, Omens, and The Possession, Abigail is easily the most bone-chilling track on this masterwork, and definitely a favorite of mine. I love when King Diamond, watching videos of King Diamond play it live. It's just breathtaking. Yeah, these songs would be perfect to listen to in your headphones while strolling through a cemetery in the woods at night, or maybe exploring like a creepy old abandoned house or something. It just it really fits that perfectly, that feeling that you get. Yeah, King Diamond definitely knows how to build suspense and atmosphere, setting the perfect mood for a terrifying tale of the macabre. And with awesome musicians like Andy LaRocque on his side, he never ceases to put out a quality record. Go check it out right now, because it rules. Yeah, man. There he is. There's the King, and there's Andy LaRocque, one of my favorite guitarists, Michael Denner and Timmy Hansen from Merciful Fate. They would only last for another, or no, I think this was their last record with King Diamond. King Diamond will eventually get Mike Weed on lead and rhythm guitar, replacing Michael Denner, and then he had somebody else too before that. But Mike Weed would become like one of the most recognizable axemen in the band, and he was great too. I really love Hank Sherman and Michael Denner's work with Merciful Fate, and then Michael Denner went perfectly with Andy LaRocque here, who again is one of my all-time favorite guitarists. He was in Death too, of course, briefly. And he was in King Diamond and Death, two of my favorite bands. What a great, he's just a virtuoso on guitar, like a huge influence on my guitar playing, by the way, which isn't nearly as good. No, just kidding. Just kidding. No. But yeah, Andy LaRocque rules. King Diamond rules. Abigail's a great album. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. And feel free to discuss this great record with me in the comments below. My last video I reviewed Countdown to Extinction by Megadeth, which featured another one of my favorite guitarists, Marty Friedman. So check that out if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more reviews from yours truly. Thank you for watching my show. I'm Hellhound. Until next time.